Hey guys, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews. Looks like we got some beer mail, and it's from my brother Rico, and it is a whopper. Look at this. Unfreaking believable, guys. 2 boxes full of beers. Unbelievable. Well, let's get on with it, because this is probably going to be a long video, because I'm going to talk about each one just a little bit. I'm not going to go into a big depth, and we'll do that when we review the beer. He has sent me a fresher version of the Fair Hope Judge Roy Bean, and I haven't actually done it because I've been holding on to it, waiting to get a fresh bottle, because he told me he was going to send it to me. The next one here I have done already, which is the Weyerbacher Sunday Morning Stout. He says this is the this year's edition. It was bottled on January 9th. And it's 12.7, where the other ones have been 11.3. So a little bit bigger ABV on this. The next one here is the Dark Horse Plead the Fifth. I'm pretty sure I've done this one a year or so, maybe even 3 back. 11% Imperial Stout, comes in a 4-pack. It's about $4 a pop, he says. Could be a 2016 or 27, not actually sure about this. I'm not sure either. So if there's no dating on it anywhere, I guess unless the label's different or the same, there's no idea. The next one is Captain Lawrence Meltwater IPL, which is the India Pale Lager. It says here was bottled on January 11th of 17, 5.9%. 45 IBUs, he says here, comes in 6-packs. Alright, the next one is Free Will Brewing. This is the Kragle IPA, 6.6% American IPA, 90 IBUs, bottled on January 26th. Has the IBUs and ABV listed on the bottle. And I'll go into more depth on these when we review them, guys. The next one from Single Cut, Billy Half Stack IPA. 6.6% American IPA with 101 IBUs. Some sites has it listed as 88, but the label says it's indeed 101 IBUs. Features Northwest Pacific hops, New Zealand, and Australian hops. So, and I've just done this one, the Single Cut Eric Moore Cowbell. So I probably won't re-review that one. And it's only a 6.6%er. So probably just going to have that and try to sell a lower ABV stout. And he's also sent me another one of the Heavy Boots of Lead. So this is an 11%er. This one will probably get cellared. I did the Heavy Boots and the Bourbon Barrel Aged version of this. Both of them were pretty damn tasty. Alright, from Uinta, this is their Labyrinth. And if I'm not mistaken, I did this a couple years ago. I'm not sure, guys. I'd have to go back and look. They said this one was bottled on 4/8/14. Well, if it's the same vintage, unfortunately, I'm not going to re-review it right away. This may go in the closet, and since it's a 14 and it's a 13.2%er, there's not going to be any big rush to get to this beer, since it's a black ale Imperial Stout aged in oak barrels. And the next one here from Allagash is their St. Klippenstein, bottled on December 7th of 2016, according to the label. 11% Belgian-inspired Imperial Stout aged in oak bourbon barrels. Sounds pretty tasty. The next one here from Clown Shoes, Exorcism at Sunset, 12.5% Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels. Sounds pretty tasty. The next one here from Hop and Frog, this is Taurus, the Tyrant. And it says here, this one is a triple oatmeal Russian stout, clocking in at 13.8%, 65 IBUs. And I've done the Doris and the Boris, now we got Taurus. So we'll see what that brings. Next here is from Caldera. This is their Bourbon Barrel Aged Mowgli. And I've done one of the Mowglis. I don't think it was the Bourbon Barrel Aged version of that. And this is 8.5 Imperial Chocolate Porter. So probably going to be a pretty tasty beer. I would probably think so anyway. And the next one here is the Caldera Barrel Aged Old Growth. That's what it's got written on the label here. 8.8 Russian Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. He said his store just got them in. It could be 16 or 17. And the next one here is Caldera Toasted Coconut Chocolate Porter, 6.2% porter, brewed with chocolate and real coconut. Drink fresh, do not age. But how do we know it's fresh if there's no date? That's what I keep telling you guys. That's why when they say drink fresh and they don't put a date on them, how the hell are you supposed to know? Alright, and the next one here is the can, the little Caldera IPA. I've done this several years ago, guys. And I thought it was tasty. The next one here is their Pale Ale. The next one here is the Tumbleweed 5.5% Pale Ale. So we probably need to drink that pretty quick. It says canned on February 8th of 2017, he says. The next one here from Carton, the Unjunked 8.5 Stout with 60 IBUs. Says its journey began, according to what he's saying, on February 6th of 17. Carton makes some really tasty stuff, guys. And he's sent several different versions of this one from Gun Hill. Now, I've not heard of these guys before, so let me get this camera where I can hold it. This first one here is Rise Up Rye. Very low ABV, 4.8% American Rye Saison. So we probably need to do that one pretty quick. The next one here is their IPA. This was called just a Gun Hill IPA, 6.6%er. And the next one here is their Gun Hill Roll Call, and it is he's got EC4. And EC4, I am not sure what the EC4 is calling for or what it stands for. East Coast IPA, they're calling this. East Coast number 4 on rate beer. So the next one is E Pluribus Lupulin, and they're calling it E Pluribus Lupulin 1 Silvus, 8.5% American Double IPA. And the next one beside of it is E Pluribus Lupulin 2 Felix, 9.3 Double IPA. And the next one over here is called Void of Light, 7.94 an Export Stout. Winner of the 2014 GABF Gold Medal. So that's probably going to be a very tasty one here. And winding up here, the last three are from Hoof Hearted. And the very first one here, I've had a couple of those sent to me. I haven't had any of these three. This is Everybody Wants Some Mosaic, 8% Double IPA. The next one here is the Hoof Hearted Zipper Ripper, and he says it's a 8.5 Double IPA. And the last one on the end here is Conky Dong. He said this one was released on February 19th of 2017 according to their Facebook. And he says looks like that they were starting to put your batch numbers near the top of the label right beside the UP barcode in date form. So it says batch 201702-1. When it was canned on February 1st of 2017, 8% Imperial IPA. So that is what my brother Rico has sent me, and we will go more in depth on each one of these beers, guys, when I review it. But there is a ton of stuff sitting on this counter. Very expensive beer mail package. Not only to buy, but to ship. So, Rico, my brother, I don't know what to say. I appreciate it, sir. We gotta get these things into the refrigerator, the ones that will fit, and the bigger ones we might have to stick in the closet until we have room. But these lower ABVs and IPAs and pales and IPLs and copies, we need to get to them pretty quick. So that's what we got. Hell of a beer haul today from Rico. Get them in the fridge if we can. Speaking of the fridge, let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys.